Hello, everybody. Welcome to Total Extreme Wrestling once again, TEW2020. Wait, what's that? That's the picture of Okada. No, this is not our WCW playthrough that we've been doing of teaming up to book together. We are here with something new. We are here with WWE versus AEW. We are having a co-op run here, and I'm here with Bill.
And our goal is to get Serpentico all the belts. That may be a lie.
Yeah, we might be taking liberties on that one, but I'm going to be playing as WWE, mainly because Bill doesn't know half the roster, and Bill's going to be playing as AEW, and we're going to...
I was today years old when I learned that Butch and Pete Dunne were the same person.
That shows you how much Bill knows the WWE roster. So, he's been Butch for like over a year now, and Bill's like, what the fuck, that's Pete Dunne? No.
Yeah, I've seen the name Butch thrown around. I didn't know it was Pete Dunne because it's been 6 years since I've watched WWE.
Bill's now catching up and being horrified by the changes all of us were in real time. So,
I mean, not really, because there's a reason I stopped watching WWE in real life.
So our goal is just this is set at the start of July.
Marty G, fuck that.
This is set up in the start of July. We're gonna just book in modern times. I'm WWE.
Yeah.
Bill's AEW. We've got big plans for this series, and we hope you enjoy the twists and turns that this goes on. We plan to make this a big, long-running thing, so hopefully you all enjoy. I think at this point we're gonna say we'll see when we'll come back, cut back when we have Raw booked, which will be our first show. I'm going to be booking it. Bill will be making comments and evaluations on the side about what they think about the show. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey. Well, hello. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a decent amount of time in real life, but because we had to change some stuff in their save, but we won't go into that. But we picked it back up here because there's a backstage incident going into booking Monday Night Raw. So let's see what's going on. Hopefully you guys can see the screen because I actually don't know.
Yep.
You can? Okay. Incident involving Candice LeRae. Let's see what's going on here. Candice LeRae...
You would have cheered up your crowd. I can't see that screen, though.
Oh. Candice LeRae gave the locker room a lift as she unveiled a series of spot-on impressions of some of her colleagues. Candice LeRae has the irrepressible personality and currently has normal morale. So, that's good. I'm just going to quickly... make it so this window captures, because we'll need that in the future. And incident, there we go. Can you...
Make it a little bigger.
That good?
There we go.
There we go. Now that'll work. Okay. So that's good. I guess I should have made sure that it captures the match title or window title must match. There we go. That should make it work better. And sorry for doing behind the scenes stuff, but that was our instance, so we will go back to pausing this and we shall be back when the show is booked. Boop. Well, hello everybody, we are back and it's time to go through the Raw results. So as we go through the shows here, we're going to talk through what our ideas were for the show and blah 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 and what we think in our head is happening inside the matchups or the angles or whatever we want to do. So, with that in mind, welcome to my first Monday Night Raw.
And I was reading threads while they were booking this, so my reactions are going to be fresh.
Yes. So, I just did a pre-show match just for the audience in attendance. I don't even know where we're booked because I didn't look at that. We're in the ballpark at the Harbor Yard. Probably should have looked at the location that I was in, but it's okay. So pretty much what my idea is for here, I just need to build JD McDonough for future plans, so I just put him in a pre-show. Figured our Truth could do fine with him, so that's what this is. The real open to the show here is Cody Rhodes is in the ring with Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. Cody makes his elaborate entrance first, gets interrupted by the heels, yada yada yada. I got a solid 54, good to see. So pretty much, Cody's just talking his talk. He's saying he's going to teach Dominic a lesson at Money in the Bank, all this stuff. Dominic and Rhea come out. Rhea's pretty much doing all the talking for Dominic. Dominic's just playing up his act. And Rhea's pretty much like, Cody, you're gonna have a bad night in London. Let me tell you, type deal. Dominic Mysterio doesn't have the microphone skills for this. I did give them 15 minutes, and apparently Rhea doesn't have the skills either. Dominic underperformed, so it actually could have been better on a different night. Cody performed well, had with the freedom to go off script. Dominic worked the crowd well, and so did Rhea, so they're doing something right. I just made this segment too long. So yeah, this is building up the Money in the Bank. So I guess I'll say now, my Money in the Bank, I set it for week 2. So we're going to have 2 weeks of build going in, just so I can get a little heat. And then I'm booking my Money in the Bank to be relatively the same. They're going to have the same matches on the show. I might even add like one or something if I'm feeling spicy, but I'm going to change some of the results. So it's not going to be quite the same show, but it's going to be kind of the same show. But let's move on to the next segment here, as we have Gunther facing Chad Gable in an Intercontinental title match. And Otis did good work at ringside. 51 rating, I will take that. They performed at the exact same actually. So they just put on a solid matchup. Subpar wrestling, but whatever. This is defense number 61 of Gunther's Intercontinental title. That does include house show defenses, I believe, too, when I was looking. So, but yeah, let's move on. After the matchup, in the IC title matchup, the match ended in my head with Chad Gable getting choked out by Gunther, and when Gunther applies his choke because of the size difference, he straight up lifts him off the fucking ground, and Chad Gable passes out. So we move on, and Gunther finally releases the choke. Gable's fully out. He doesn't release the choke right away, but Riddle's music hits, and Riddle comes out to save Chad Gable. And we have a note here that Gunther worked the crowd well, which is fantastic news. You will see me using Gunther quite a bit, by the way. Next, I needed to fill 10 minutes, so this is what this match is. And we get Johnny Gargano on TV, so I don't see a reason to explain. And we get to build him a little bit. He gets the win over Baron Corbin here with his Gargano escape. And we have Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. I expected this match to perform badly, but I just booked it because I wanted to do a women's tag.
It did badly, even based on that. It got below all their performances.
Yeah, I kind of expected this, to be honest. I didn't think this was going to go well at all. I just needed a women's tag match. Liv Morgan pinned Chelsea with her finisher Oblivion, which is her cool move where she has somebody against the ropes and then does a fucking flatliner. It's pretty cool. She jumps off the rope with a flatliner. Sonya Deville was off her game, so that's part of the reason it did so bad. Yeah, Sonya normally performs closer to 40, I think, but yeah. Crowd were turned off having matched. Yeah, these competitors aren't that popular. Well, at least the heels aren't. I don't know. I didn't really look at the faces, but
apparently they weren't either. You wouldn't have gotten that message if the faces were over.
And Liv is just not booked. Yeah. Behind the scenes.
I think Liv's stats are wrong in this.
Liv's stats seem to be wrong in this mod from what we've been seeing.
Because she should be over enough
over
to not get the fans not giving a shit about her. She's been featured on TV and pay-per-view for like 10 years now.
Last year, we had a really hot run last year, and her ratings, her skills are not right either from what we saw. So, but yeah. Anyways, moving on. Shayna and Ronda were at ringside, kind of just standing menacingly during the last match, and then after the match is over, they pick up a mic. Amazingly, Ronda Rousey actually enjoyed the freedom to go off script and actually performed well here. Shayna Baszler, on the other hand, was terrible though, and needed the script.
No surprise there. Baszler doesn't have much in the way of mic skills from what I've seen of her.
Liv Morgan worked the crowd well, which is good. Raquel didn't. Color commentary, perfect. So this is just a segment with Ronda and Shayna running down their challengers for Money in the Bank for their titles. Oh, here we go. That's what you like to see. The Miz cuts a promo here. He's setting up an open challenge. He wants to prove that he's still awesome. Miz and Maurice is okay. Maurice is here. Of course, I meant for that. And they have great chemistry. And the Miz, of course, would work well without a script because that boy can talk. Tommaso Ciampa has returned. No One Will Survive. His theme song is back. They don't have a lame theme song for him anymore, and he got a special entrance on his return. I knew this wouldn't perform, but it's okay. This is for me. And then we go right into The Miz versus Tommaso Ciampa. This is an Extreme Rules match. Fins get crazy. Tommaso's beating the shit out of The Miz, and then he ends up beating him with his fairy tale ending finisher. And they did fine. This is about as good as I was hoping for, really. So that's fine. It's a cold match too. Next up, we get a video hype package for Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor at Money in the Bank. This didn't really go over well, but it's okay. Finn Balor then gets interviewed by new Raw interviewer Jackie Redmond, just debuting on the show with this. Storyline gained heat here. Finn Balor is taunting Seth Rollins before their matchup and before the main event tonight. Finn Balor enjoys the freedom of going off script. Came across well. Jackie Redmond did terribly. I might need a different interviewer. And everything else went pretty well. Jackie Redmond really fucked me there. By the looks of it. Okay, our main event of the evening. It is the Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. So, could have been better, could have been worse. I'll take what I got. A lot of storylines advanced with this. Some pretty good performances. Cody Rhodes with the best, followed by Sami and Kevin. So all the faces did pretty well. Some of my heels not quite pulling their weight. Dominic Mysterio. But it is what it is. Imperium and Gunther is at commentary during this. Imperium comes out in the middle of the match. Gunther goes to the commentary desk. Imperium, Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, one of each attack Sami and Kevin. Cody ends up distracted by Rhea. There's a whole lot of shenanigans going on. Probably the reason this didn't perform as well, but a lot of shit going on here. But after they get attacked by Imperium, Sami is weakened. Finn gets the win here, going into his title match against Seth. He won with a 1916. So that's how we got here. Rhea Ripley did great work at ringside. Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley have pretty good chemistry, which is great to see, as they should. And that should be the show. Of course, Dominic was the weak link, and he struggled to keep up with everybody else's performance. But here we go. We're going to finish the show there. I lost a lot of popularity, and I used Dominic Mysterio far too much, and the general feeling is that I don't have enough storylines going. Interesting storylines going. Well,
yeah, you need to have them over 50 heat to not get that, so it's almost impossible to get the first show.
Not a great first show, but it is what it is. That's what I got given. Well, it's what I booked too, but I could have booked a little better, but I had to do some shit, so. By the way, we switched Raw to being only 2 hours instead of 3, so in case anybody was paying attention to that.
You're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome. And we will be back after Fins have loaded. We are back. Fins are loaded into Tuesday, the night after Raw. So there's an incident waiting for us involving MVP. We saw contract news. We thought maybe somebody we tried to sign behind the scenes was coming to us, but something's going on with MVP, and let's see what it is. I don't like this looks. I don't like the looks of this.
Probably got popped for drugs.
Probably.
Or something.
Identified as a soft drug user. Oh, I meant to turn soft drugs off anyway.
Yeah, that window doesn't show up, by the way.
Fuck. Give me a moment, I'll fix that. Window capture. Instance.
I mean, you can try to hide the soft drugs popping. Needs to be bigger, too.
Yeah. Whoa. There. That should be good, right?
Maybe a little bigger. Still pretty eye strainy.
That good?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, MVP has been popped for soft drugs. Joe Tyson's done.
Probably just give him a slap on the wrist since
Yeah.
you're planning on removing that whole thing so you can work with other people that might be around.
Yeah, this could actually be a big problem for me. So I'm gonna
I'm
turn.
amazed it wasn't Matt Riddle that got popped.
Yeah, really. So yeah, a little. I'm gonna turn soft drugs off because WWE's getting rid of some of their cannabis policy anyway, or already has. So I'm gonna do that in this. So I'm gonna only give him a slap on the wrist, and we're gonna small negative impact. Ah. But yeah. Um. I don't know if I should go to that on screen. We'll come back when there's more interesting news or we have AEW Dynamite booked. So we'll be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I don't know why I keep saying this every time we come back, because there's just going to be one video, but we are back with a backstage incident before AEW Dynamite. So, Bill, we're going to let you read your incident here, but let's see what it is. Oh, you have a lot, so.
Most of those are just coaching, though. Yeah, so just bring this up. Diamante. I don't think I care, but we'll find out what it is.
She improved the mood.
Oh, I can't see the screen where it's up.
I thought I pulled that up earlier. God damn it. Incident involving Jake Hager and Paul White. This is probably a wrestler's court thing. Yep.
Probably.
Jake Hager's been brought to wrestler's court, accused of being an hour late. Pick up his assigned travel partners.
Look, Jake, it's the first show after I'm in charge. What are you doing?
Yeah, and Paul sent some
They made you buy lots of beer.
Meals.
Okay.
And let's positive impact on Jake Hager. Billy Gunn and Buddy Matthews incident. This might also be wrestler's court. Nope, Billy Gunn has been passing on tips.
Yeah, but it's always going to be Paul for wrestler's court.
Chuck Taylor and Wheeler Yuta. This is another protege.
You can probably end the recording because these are all going to be tips. It's QT like the rest of the way. Wait, maybe Orange is different.
Orange, no, he's mentoring Yuta. QT's passing tips on the Anna. QT's passing tips on the Brock. And QT's passing tips on the Hook. We're hookers here, let's go. Anyways, we will be back when Dynamite is booked. It is time for AEW Dynamite, and I will let Bill take you through what's going on this show. And so let's do that and start the show. Light the fuse, baby.
Alright, so we open up with an International Championship match. International Championship featuring Orange facing Andrade El Idolo. And Orange pins him in 1326 with a La Magistral. That confused me for a second because that's more typically associated with El Idolo, but apparently Orange uses it too and just never uses it on TV.
Orange stole Andrade's move, my god.
That actually might have been what happened there. We don't get much details of what happened. Move on to the next segment.
Defense number 26 is legit too, because 25 was that Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Show good. The match gets show off to a good start. That's Andrade carried it Orange a bit. I'm just making my little comments here. Next segment.
Of course. Immediately following the match, the lights go down, and the House of Black's music hits, and Julia Hart leads Buddy Matthews out to deliver a challenge to Orange Cassidy for the title. Unfortunately,
Didn't do the best.
they don't handle that well without a script.
Julia Hart enjoyed the freedom of going off script at least, so I guess.
Yeah, Julia does well that way, but I'm a little surprised about that. But
I'm surprised.
Unfortunately, that's the thing. Yeah, I suppose that's the thing about mods. I'm pretty sure if they're good or not at it is somewhat randomly determined at the start of a save.
It might be.
Because I've had people that are amazing talkers and no one would think otherwise get that note before.
Yeah. I have no complaints about this segment. This type of shit I like to see, so.
Yeah. Move on to the next, where we have a match that I knew was going to be fairly bad. It's Sky Blue versus...
This actually did better than I thought it would.
It's Sky Blue versus Nyla Rose. I'm trying to match Tony's booking of starting to build Sky Blue. And since spoilers, intend to largely ignore Rampage, gotta do it here.
Yes, we're not really gonna be... We might show Rampage every so often, but it's not gonna be a weekly one we show, so...
It's still there because I'm not allowed to cancel it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was really just a match to get some people on the card.
Get some eyes on Sky Blue, damn it. I agree with that. Excalibur.
That's pretty much it. I have plans for her in about a year, so I need to start getting her popularity up so she's not still delivering me 11 rated matches.
Yeah. Excalibur and Taz have good chemistry, and that's just facts.
At least that's good. Occasionally I've gotten people with no chemistry that should have it. And then we cut backstage where the Bullet Club Gold are being interviewed by Renee Paquette, and the Acclaimed and Daddy S come walking by and start making fun of them. And things get heated. There's some pushing and shoving, arguing back and forth. And we'll see where that leads in the coming weeks.
Anthony Bowens was the weak link here, but it's not too shocking, I guess. I mean, he's actually a good talker, so...
He's a good talker, but he's not a talker at the level of the rest of them.
Yeah. These pictures
it was still
fucking funny.
Yeah. It was still a segment rated 40, so I'm really not terribly upset about that.
It's your best segment so far.
And then we have a match between the team of the Hung Bucks and Best Friends and Rocky Romero, just because Orange was already in a match tonight. And Adam Page pins Rocky after a buckshot lariat. I'm actually surprised by how low rated this is.
I told you, I tried to warn you about that damn Pat Buck.
Yeah, even the in-ring performances are well below what I expected from the Elite, though.
Fair. Well.
And I suspect Pat Buck will probably not be agenting for me very much.
I think he's supposed to be good in real life, so I don't know why he's...
He is really good in real life, but apparently this mod maker doesn't agree.
Apparently not, because in my June personal save, he also did poorly, so... Anyways, I guess
we'll roll over. Good thing I didn't make this the mandatory steal the show. And following the match, CMFTR come out onto the stage mockingly applauding them. Okay, there's something wrong with the numbers in this save. I have a personal AEW save that I think was made by a different mod maker, and it was basically impossible to score below a 70 on anything featuring CM Punk.
Delete it, dragging him down.
Probably. It's all green, though, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, everything looks good.
Yeah, nothing's going wrong. It's just...
I mean, it's only a 5-minute basic segment. It might also be the Finns we selected for them to...
Yeah, but I'm booking them the same way I book in my personal save, where I'm routinely getting, 80s for these sort of segments.
I don't know. Maybe you're just good unlucky. I guess we'll find out as we go along now.
Yeah, I think it might be that I'm a small-sized company,
too,
also, in this.
That size does affect some of the stuff.
Yeah, size affects the amount of eyes on it, so you're going to get lower-rated stuff.
Yeah.
Well, so, next segment. And we get a match between Ruby Soho, who's looking suspiciously average right now, and Britt Baker, and Ruby pins Britt with a handful of tights. Actually, that match went pretty well for what most mods have women's ratings at.
Yeah. Just ignore those last couple of notes. Jamie Hader isn't here.
Yeah, apparently we forgot to take that pairing out of the save to account for the fact that she's been off injured for a while.
Who the fuck gave Jamie Hayter a managerial license? God damn it!
But we roll it over to the next segment where that injury becomes relevant because this is where she makes her return to the AEW save to the AEW television because after the match the Outcasts start beating up Britt and spray painting her and doing the usual after-match shenanigans they engage in. And Jamie comes running out with a steel pipe and runs them off, and they all flee into the crowd to get away from her.
Went pretty well. That's pretty solid
Yeah.
rating too. It just
I'm alright with a 40 for a small thing. Apparently Ruby's not doing the best, but that's unfortunate.
I will say a little behind the scenes here. Yes, we know Jamie's injured in real life, but she wasn't set to be injured in the save, so we're using that to our advantage. So just
and we don't. As of now, I haven't heard any predictions on when she'll be back. So
yeah,
I probably would have kept her out until there was a time when she came back in TV, but I don't really feel like trying to run this save ultra realistic and keeping track on how many weeks I have to have her out for if the game won't do it for me. So she's recovered from her injury in our world.
Fantastic. Moving on.
And now we get... Oof, that underperformed.
Okay, Takeshita's popularity is probably in the shits.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. He's super over. I mean, it clearly is. He got a 24 on this match, but those numbers don't match reality very well.
Nope.
Anyway, Kenny Omega has a match with Konosuke Takeshita and pins him with the One Ringed Angel. And, well, we already had to play around to get Don Callis set with Takeshita. So the fact that they're on opposite sides of the alignment doesn't really surprise me that we got docked for that.
It's not our fault. The mod makers fucked up and didn't update our shit. Takeshita is still a heel here, and he didn't have Don Callis. Don Callis was still with the Elite. We had to change some shit behind the scenes.
Yeah, this mod hasn't had everyone updated for a little while, it looks like.
Yeah, I think like you said to me behind the scenes earlier, I think they're more a WWE fan because there's a lot of the AEW stuff that hasn't been updated for at least 2 or 3 months, so.
And some more behind the scenes stuff, like before we changed it, it was set with the special edition Dynamites positioned as actual pay-per-views so that AEW would have monthly pay-per-views on Sunday, the same way WWE does. So it looks like they figured that's just how you run a wrestling company, which makes me think that it was probably made by a WWE fan.
Yeah, so.
But anyway, moving on to the...
Don't be shocked if you see a random heel turn here soon by Takeshita.
Yeah, he might just be healed next time he appears on TV. No storyline change, just fixing the alignment to what it should be. Anyway, after the match, Kenny's celebrating, as one does, and Chris Jericho comes running out and comes out of the crowd and chop blocks him. And they start fighting and end up fighting up the ramp and into the back. That segment worked about as well as I hoped.
This angle did its job. Performed well and got the crowd hotter. This is all you can hope for.
Yeah, because I'll take a 60 for a small company.
Yeah, no, that's actually really good. So, yeah, moving on, I guess.
And we get to the main event, a match featuring Maxwell Jacob Friedman versus Wheeler Yuta. It's just a showcase to get Max on TV, show off the world champion after a new title, or a new regime in charge of the company, even though I'm playing Tony Khan.
Yes, Bill. By the way, Bill's playing as Tony Khan, running AEW, and I'm running as Triple H, running WWE. I kind of forgot to mention that before.
And it performed fine, not spectacular,
Could have
but
been a bit better. QT dragged us down a little bit, which we probably should have paid attention to. He always does bad as road agent.
they're definitely having lower stats in this because in my personal save, QT's great as a road agent.
QT's never been good as a road agent in my personal saves for AEW, so that might be just good luck on your end. Or
It
a
might
different
be,
mod maker.
like I said, I think that one's made by a different mod maker, and I was booking this one on the assumption that it was
I could
the
have booked
same
that
mod
too,
maker.
like Pat Buck. But anyways, I
Yeah,
guess
I might have to take Pat and QT off of road agent duties, but anyway, we'll
that was the
finish the
first AEW
shows,
Dynamite under Bill's vision.
see how I got rated on the whole thing.
Whoa, actually really good. You only lost popularity in one region. You got
Yeah, I'll take a
popularity in 25.
57 or 51.
Get a 50.
For a small company, that's pretty good. Normally, I'd be really disappointed with this show, but
I lost popularity in what 26 regions, so I mean you're looking pretty good there. I accidentally
yeah.
there we go, and we'll finish the show. That was AEW Dynamite. Now we shall return when something interesting happens or when we have SmackDown booked. Well, guys, I just lied to you. We're actually going to end this one here because we've been at it for some hours now. And you know what? This is actually a pretty decent episode length, really. So, yeah. So we will see you in episode 2. We'll come back, book some SmackDown, book some Collision, and get things underway. We'll probably be able to fit more in once we get going because we'll know what we're doing more and we'll be able to do shit faster. So,
Yeah, we won't have to manipulate all the pay-per-views and change everything around, do all the contract manipulations.
we'll have less setting stuff up that we'll have to do, so we'll probably be able to squeeze more in because of that. So, yeah. Anyways, though, if you're watching this, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, even share if you would like to. This is a different format, and for us, of course, we're actually doing stuff like making an actual video out of this, where we're just going from segment to segment. So, hope you enjoyed and appreciate the effort that went into this and setting this up. So, we will see you all next time. I'll be back to book some SmackDown. We'll be back to book some Collision. And we'll have some fun. Peace
Have a
out.
good one, everyone.